on how to stop flipping at impact. So how to change your grip to stop flipping at impact. Okay, so the number one fault that I see in golf, okay, is when people get into the impact position. What happens is the club head reaches the ball before the hands do. We get into this action where the face is miles open, create a lot of loft at impact. Okay, so the main goal today is to try and stop increasing loft of the golf club. We almost want to de-loft the club into impact and get the hands leading the club head. So the first fault that I see related to flipping at impact, or why does a flip occur? Basically, a flip occurs, it is an overcompensation to try and hit the golf ball, to try and square the club face up. Okay? So the number one fault is when people get to the top of the backswing, they release the club, and what tends to happen is the club face is open. So if I was to get back to my normal address position, the club face is going to be open. So what they do, they have to slow the butt end of the club down by obviously twisting his right hand and basically stopping the left hand releasing the golf club. So they get into this action, almost this action from down the line, they slow the butt end of the club down and to obviously try and get the club to go left, so trying to get the club face to close. It can be known as early release casting, but we're just going to try and call it the flip. So the flip, when the butt end of the club has to slow down. So if I have to slow the butt end of the club down, what that does is it twists the club face more left. The toe is going to rotate more over the heel. Anyway, what we're going to discuss is how to improve that. So the number one fault I see is when people don't grip it correctly. And what I mean by they don't grip it correctly is they use different fingers to grip the club as opposed to just using three that you should use, and the same with the right hand. So what I mean by so people who flip, the left hand gets in a position where it gets too extended. So too extended meaning that the back of the hand is pointing more towards the body, and you'll know from there that that's in a cup position. So from this position, where basically the thumb's pointing towards my right foot, and you add a lot of loft on impact. Okay, so we almost want to do the opposite to that and get the back of the hand almost pointing down to the ground, which is known as bowed. So the number one fault I see is associated with that. So what we need to do to stop this is we need to use the three fingers. So three fingers on the left hand, apply pressure to the club, because if we apply pressure to the club, then the left hand's not going to slow down. I'm not going to lose grip. So grip it a little bit firmer. It's important to note the pressure points of the grip. So grip it a little bit firmer with the three fingers, and then from there you put the right hand on. Okay, so paper through the thumb between the thumb and my forefinger on my left hand, and I'm going to cover my right thumb over that bit of paper. Okay, so if I flip, then what happens is that bit of paper is going to be shown. So the idea is to try and get that bit of paper to remain in position. So as we're coming into impact, what I want everyone to feel like they're doing is keeping the grip, keeping the pressure in the butt end of the club, and keeping the right hand on the club. And the idea here is feel like the back of the hand's pointing more down towards the ground. Okay, what that does to loft is it de-lofts it, and you get into that bowed position, so almost that position. We don't want to go too extended, where see how the shaft just bows back the way there, and the club head. So if I go like that again, that's me basically throwing the club head away. So club head throw away to try and flip the club to try and square the club face up. So if I almost need to get into this position where I want to get the left hand to point more down, the back of the left hand to point down to the ground, from there I'm going to de-loft it in impact, and you'll be able to create a bit more power. So instead of going like this and slowing the butt end, we want to feel like we're slowing, obviously speeding the hands up to try and get the hands ahead of the club head. We're not slowing the handle down, we're speeding the hands up to try and obviously get the club head to lag behind the hands. So if you've got any thoughts on that video, make sure that you pay attention to the back of the left wrist. If you get that into a position where that's pointing more towards the ground, what you're going to do is you're going to get into a position where you're going to create a bit more compression, because the club is basically bottoming out after impact, and then from there you're going to create a lot more consistency. So going down at the ground, and the club face is going to be in a more neutral position. You won't need to manipulate the club face to try and hit it. And if you've got any thoughts on that video, make sure you post your comments below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel at JMillan Golf, and plenty of other content coming over the next few weeks. Post your comments below on other videos you want me to cover, any other department, mental side, fitness, any other. Post your comments below and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Bye.